Previously on Popular Poison Problems.
Great news, everyone! We're going to BeanCon in hell!
I've always wanted to go to BeanCon.
I've been having some problems with my ex Lily lately. She took over my whole body last night.
Great news, everyone! I got engaged. Gavak is so long and sharp, just the way I like them.
And now, on with the show. I have good news. We did it. We have a panel at SkullCon. Although, I must also say our Comic-Con panel got denied.
Who cares about the smaller event anyway? A panel at SkullCon? That's amazing! Ever since I've hit the convention circuit, I've wanted to do a panel at SkullCon.
You only started doing cons last year, and besides, how old are you anyway?
Jeannie is precisely 2.
Sorry to cut you off, but Mom made sure I had a clause put in my contract not to reveal my age, and a lot has happened since then.
Well, anyway, can I just say that I am so excited to... Wait. Do I get to go this time?
Of course, I leased you out to the Lich who created you to do a commercial for his new line of animated interns.
Ooh, you get to be a character on a broadcast. You must be thrilled, Intern Steven Skull.
But I wanted to... Oh, never mind.
Lord Snappy also sends their congratulations and has taken the liberty of processing the paperwork. I'm handling it right now. Podcast star Jeannie, I also have some paperwork for you to sign about your rum royalties.
This is a blank paper with a signature line on the bottom.
The text is magical. I must have forgotten that only infernal creatures like me can see it. My mistake. I'll type up a new one for you.
Please do. I never sign anything without reading it first.
You are truly as brilliant as you are lovely.
I love your honesty, Pierre. Intern Steven Skull, can you read this week's letter?
Dear Jeannie, hello, good evening, or whatever time it is when you happen to get this letter. I'm not too sure when this missive will reach you, as time, as a concept, is a bit hard for me since I exist outside of it for the most part. You see, I am well, there's no way to pronounce what I am with words, as, in the language of my people, names are depicted by hand gestures. But anyway, for entities such as myself, moments in time are like leaves on the wind, and we are the wind. Crossing between realms is akin to blowing through a screen door. Anyway, here's my predicament, albeit with a bit of a backstory. As creatures outside the flow of time, we have always been, and always will be. I don't know for certain how we came into this universe, or if we'll ever leave. We are incapable of reproducing with each other, and any offspring we have with other races takes on their attributes and lifespans. And sometimes we get lonely and tired of each other, so we pick out other individuals in the world to watch over and spend time with. Most of my species tends to visit the more long-lived species, such as dwarves or elves, where our on and off presence isn't particularly minded or noticed. I, however, find myself attracted to a human. We get along well enough, but seeing each other is becoming more and more difficult as I lose track of time easily due to the reasons I have outlined above. I have now been late to multiple dates, as this human calls them, and I begin to worry that they might think I am not as fond of them as I am. I'm trying very hard to be on time for my engagements with this particular human, but I feel as if I'm missing something crucial. I have heard your name mentioned in many circles among the other races, so I thought perhaps you could help. Sincerely, Wind on the Leaf.
Dear Wind on the Leaf, the most simple of options is to get a calendar and a timepiece that reminds you of when you have an upcoming date so that you are able to meet the needs of your human suitor and their realm's obligations. Also, you could consider transferring realms and inhabiting a body more permanently. Granted, magic of that level is not readily available and is quite costly anywhere I've personally traveled, but considering your dimensional existence, this might be an easier option for you than the rest of us. You could also hire someone to appear and remind you of when it is time for your dates. This might be your best choice, although people are lame and hard to rely on. Finally, You might want to study the concept of time from a human's perspective in order to understand why they have this need to adhere to it and better meet their needs.
You are listening to Popular Person Problems with Jeannie the Giant Killer, brought to you by Intervision Entertainment and What Happens After 2 a.m. Got a letter for Jeannie? Shoot her a message at jeannie@intervisionentertainment.com. For more shenanigans with Jeannie and the rest of the gang at Intervision, please hit up our website at intervisionentertainment.com, or, better yet, help take the struggle out of struggling artists by becoming a visionary through patreon.com. By the way, I haven't seen Lily in a while.
I unbonded us so she could enjoy her honeymoon with Garvok.
Vive la romance!